Viewers, welcome to another mathematics presentation. So I want us to answer question 23 right here. So this is a question that came in mathematics paper 1 for 2023 internal. So the question reads, the diagram shows the speed time graph of a car during a period of 2 seconds. So this is the speed time graph that we have. So we have in the vertical axis, we have speed measured in meters per second, and in the horizontal axis, we have time that is measured in seconds. So our first question is find the find the acceleration of the car during the first 8 seconds. So we are going to answer our question A. So our question A, they want us to find the acceleration of the car. So you need to come up with a formula where we say acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. So acceleration is equal to, now we should organize our data. So in our data, we should have something like this. Acceleration is what we want. Then final velocity. So when the car starts from accelerating here, okay, on 0 seconds, it's accelerating up to this point. Okay, so here the initial velocity will be a 0. Okay, then here we are going to have the final velocity, which will be a 9. So the final velocity is 9, then the initial velocity is 0. Then time, according to the question, they are saying acceleration during the first 8 seconds. So time is equal to 8. So we are just going to replace. Where there is final velocity, we are going to put 9. Where there is initial velocity, to put a 0 over. Where there is time, we are going to put 8. So from here, we'll say acceleration is equal to 9 minus 0. This will give us 9 over 8. So we can say, therefore, acceleration is equal to 8 into 9 is 1. Whole number, remainder 1 over 8 meters per second square. So this is our answer for our question A. To our question B. So we have answered our question A. Now come to our question B right here. Find the distance covered in the first 14 seconds. So they want us to find the distance covered in the first 14 seconds. So from 0 up to 14 right here. So to find the distance covered in the first 14 seconds, we are going to consider the area that is covered during this time interval. Okay, so the area that we are considering is this part. Okay, so distance or area under a graph, okay, same as distance under the graph is the area. So when you look at this shaded part of the area that I've made, the shape is a trapezium. So we are going to use formula of finding the area of the trapezium to find the distance that is covered in the first 14 seconds, because I've said area and the distance under the graph is one and the same thing. So we are going to say distance equal to, so this is a trapezium. We can use this formula where we say A plus B in brackets over a 2. So this will be multiplied by height. This is the formula that we can use to find the area of the trapezium. So here we have this distance on top right here. So we will label this as our A. Then here we also have this distance right here. We will label this as our B. Okay. Then we have the, this height right here. So this is our height. So from A, on A, we will consider the difference in time from here up to this point. So you can see here we have a 14, then here there is 8. So the difference is, you say 14 minus 8. Okay, what are we going to get? Get a 6. So meaning that the value of A is a 6. Now what about B? So from 0 up to this 14, the difference is 14 minus 0 is still a 14. That will be the value of B. Height is we'll consider this part right here. Okay, so it's 9. Okay, so the height is a 9. So just fuse in, we'll say distance equal to, where there is A, we're going to put a 6. Where there is B, we're going to put a 14. Cross times, where there is height, we're going to put a 9 over a 2. So from there, we're going to have distance is equal to, so when we add what is inside the brackets, 6 plus 14 to give us a 20, then times a 9 over a 2. So from there, we can do this distance equal to, so what we can do is we can say 20 times 9, which will give us 180. Okay, 180, then we divide by 2, or we can divide 2 here, 2 into 20, it's a 10. So we have 10 times 9, which will give us distance is equal to 10 times 9, it's a 90 meters. So this is our distance in the first 14 seconds. So we've now come to our question C right here. So our question C reads, find the value of t if the average speed of the car is 7 meters per second. So the average speed of the car is 7 meters per second. They want us to find the value of t. So you can see we have a t right here. Okay, so first thing, we come up with a formula for finding the average speed, which is speed is equal to distance over time. So when we organize our data right here, so we can see that speed, we have been given the average speed, which is 7 meters per second. Then time we can say we have a t there, that's the total time. We have t. Okay, then distance, we don't have the total distance for the whole journey, but we do have the distance in the first 14 seconds that we found, which was a 90. So we just need to find the distance from 14 seconds, from 14 up to t right here, meaning that we will consider this shape right here. This is the shape that we are going to consider. So when you look at this shape, it's also a trapezium. So if it's trapezium, we are going to use the formula when finding the area of the trapezium, which will be, in this case, we say distance is equal to, in brackets, we have a plus b cross h over a 2. So here we say distance is equal to, so a, when you look at this shape that we have come up with, the value of a will be here. This is where the a will be. Then from here we are going to have the b. Then the height will be down here. So this value of a is from 0 up to 7 right here. From 0 up to 7. Okay, so it's a 7. What is the value of, so a, we have said it's a 7. Then the value of b is from 0 again up to 9 right there. Okay, as you can see, 0 up to 9. So the value of b will be a 9, because 9 minus 0 is a 9. Then height, the height will get the difference in time. Here we have a 14 and a 7. So a t, sorry. So it will be t minus 14. This is the height. So let's just substitute in our formula. Where there is a, we are going to put a 7 plus, where there is a b, we are going to put a 9. Okay, then where there is height, we are going to put t minus 14 over a 2. So from there, we're going to say 7 plus 9, it will give us a 16. Then we have t minus 14 divided by what? By 2. So from there, what are we going to do from there? We can say d equal to, so these two, 1 into 16, it's 8. So we have 8, okay? Then in brackets, we have t minus 14. So we'll just say, we'll just expand, okay? We'll just expand where we are going to say d equal to, we have 8 times t, it's 8t minus 8 times 14. Okay, this will give us 112. That's what you'll get. So when we multiply 8 times 14, this will give us 112. So remember, we will term this as distance 1. So what we are going to do is, so since we want to find the total distance, so to find the total distance, and we have our first distance, so say therefore total distance, okay, total distance is equal to, we will add the first distance in the first 14 seconds, that was a 90, then plus the second distance, which is 8t minus 112. So this will give us 90 minus 112. This will give us a negative 22 plus 8t. Okay, so this will be the total distance. So upon finding our total distance, then we can come back to our first formula. Okay, our first formula was this one right here, where we said speed is equal to distance over time. So we are going to use now the first formula, because we have found the total distance. So what you do now is, I will say speed is equal to distance over time. So our speed, they said it's a 7 right here. So the average speed is a 7. The total distance we have found is negative 22 plus 8t over, then total time, it's a what? A t. Okay, that is on the graph. Total time, it's a t, which is right here. So apart from that, we can now proceed with our calculations. So we are just going to divide this by 1, then we cross multiply. So we will get 1 times negative 22 plus 8t, we'll get negative 22 plus 8t equal to 7 times t, this will give us 7t. Then from here, we can group the like terms, where this 8t will go there. So this side will remain with negative 22 is equal to 7t minus 8t. So this will give us negative 22 is equal to 7t minus 8t. This will give us a negative what? T. So since we want to find the positive value of t, we can divide both sides with a negative 1, even here with a negative 1, so that we get rid of the negative on t. So this negative one, this out. So we're going to have t is equal to, then negative out, 1 into 22, we'll get a 22. So the value of t was a 22. So we've come to the end of our lesson. Thank you so much, everybody, for having time to view this content. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye-bye.